October 6, 2025, our Austintown Township Trustee meeting. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Santos?
Here.
Mr. Shepherd?
Present.
Mrs. Weaver here.
Well, good evening, everybody. To my far left here, we have Laura Wolf, our fiscal officer. To my immediate left, we have Trustee Monica Devers. To my right, we have Trustee Robert Santos. Mr. D'Appolito, Mark D'Appolito, our Township Administrator. Our new and up and coming, Don Molchin, our zoning, what's your title? Zoning what? Inspector? Sure. Inspector. And then we have our department head, Darren Corelli, zoning. And, well, I guess we got Lieutenant Jeff Chirilla filling in for the chief. She's in training. Police chief training was mandatory. Couldn't get around that one. I couldn't cut that budget. And then we have Chief Schertzer, fire department, and Todd Schaefer, our Parks Department supervisor. Senior Center, Jim Henshaw, and myself, Trustee Bruce Shepis. So can I get a motion to approve the minutes of the public staff meeting of September 15, 2025, please?
So moved.
Second. Mr. Shepherd?
Yes.
Mrs. Devers?
Yes.
Mr. Santos?
Yes.
So at this time, what we do is we take public comments. You can come up to the podium, please state your name and your address. You'll have 3 minutes to speak. And then if there's anybody else, we'll move forward with whoever wants to speak next. Is there anybody at this time that would like to come up and make public comments? Besides Mr. Terlecki?
It's been quiet since I haven't been here, huh?
No, I wouldn't say quiet.
Steve Trolley, 5600 Cider Mill Crossing. I just have sort of questions.
Sure.
And I've talked to different trustees off and on, but I guess I ought to ask now. Light poles on the street, is that anything to do with the township maintenance, or is that Ohio Edison? In our street, we have a light pole that's out. All the lights are on, but one is missing. So who handles that?
We will submit them for you, but it's Ohio Edison that ultimately does the repairs.
What you can do is send us the information, the address, where it is, and we'll forward an email. Also, contact information in case they want to call the resident complaining or who's.
5603.
And Steve, sometimes there is a badge number with it should be ID'd somehow. That would help substantially, am I right?
I believe so.
I'm just looking at the time.
One of their other suggestions is to take a piece of ribbon or rope and tie it around the pole.
Okay.
We had, to this board's credit, they passed a resolution withholding payment to First Energy until they made a list of repairs because they were several months, if not years behind. And we are holding them
Thank you.
accountable for that.
The other one that's bugs me, and I always compliment Todd at the park, I've known it for years with our dogs walking. Why did we cut down all them trees?
Because the roots were coming up underneath the basketball courts.
Really, pine trees come up, roots don't grow that far on pine trees.
But they're that close to the basketball courts, they do.
And did your guys cut them, or do we have to pay for them?
No, I had a company take them down.
So we had somebody pay for them. Okay, now please, it doesn't look good at all when you come into the park and you see that.
They'll be replaced in the spring.
Okay,
Right now is not the time to plant new trees.
absolutely.
Talk about the,
I was just, go ahead.
go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, wasn't it damaging some of the courts too?
Yeah, there was also black mold that was getting on the tennis courts, pickleball courts. I was told by the tree company, and I followed that up with an arborist, was being caused from those pine trees. So pine trees will not be replacing them. I'll put a different kind of tree along that roadway there.
Excellent.
Who paid to have them courts cleaned?
Pardon me?
Who paid to have them courts cleaned?
can't remember if that was us or the schools.
Schools.
The schools,
That's why I
yeah,
asked.
schools did the cleaning, we
$4,000.
paid for the trees.
Okay, that was the cost. All right, elections for the candidates, the new candidates, are we having a,
We are. I was gonna go over that at the end of the meeting, but just in
Okay, I'll
case
let
you
you do
leave,
that.
just in case you leave.
I don't wanna leave.
I want to answer your question. It's this Wednesday night at Fitch Auditorium. All the candidates were invited. The police, the FOP will be speaking on behalf of, as the levy as well, on the levy as well. You can arrive at 5 p.m. Each candidate will have a table, and they can, pass out the information. They'll be available to answer any questions you may have for them. 6 p.m. it'll start, and then there'll be some Q&A. I've asked Kathy Mock to be the moderator. So yeah, I hope to see you there.
I'll be there.
I bet.
He just said a bad word though. Okay. And I'm sorry for the officer that's here, the chief officer. But what has happened in the last 3 to 4 months with the police department, that we have now made a public cry for the levy, and we've hit the vindicator for the levy. When we talked about the levy months ago, and Chief Cavalier said, I understand it's a levy, and Austintown's been taxed enough, but if the levy does not fail, does not pass, I will still have proper support taking care of the township. It won't be wild, wild west. And now, I've missed the public meeting, and then I see in the paper how Austintown has this big write-up about how bad we need this levy. That's my point. I'm not going to tell you if I'm going to vote for it or not. I'm a supporter of the first responders. Like I said, I've had family that were part of it. But I'm just feeling that Austintown's tired of being taxed. And that's all we do is tax. We got a property tax coming up, let alone another tax. So that's my comments.
Well, I appreciate your comment. I hope that you come on Wednesday night. I think the FOP and myself will do a fantastic job in explaining those details to you. I will say this though, to answer the question in conclusion here, is that we told the voters we would not put it on in May. We said we'd wait a minimum of 1 year. We waited the 1 year like we promised. We made all the cuts we can make. We can't make any more cuts without cutting into the staff. We do a fantastic job. This police department is amazing. The chief is doing a fantastic job with what she has to work with. And I know you know that.
I'm not going to argue that point.
However, to maintain the safety that we provide you in this township, we're at the point where it's going to be jeopardized, unfortunately. So ultimately, it'll be in your hands and the voters' hands to decide the fate of the police levy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else? Anyone else like to talk? All right, moving forward. Mr. Diapolito, our administrative report, please.
I'll take administration and road together if I may.
Sure.
Road paving is continuing. Albeit we've had our, I'm going to call it challenges at this time with this project. If you have been on the receiving end of any of those challenges, I will see that they're dealt with before we close out the project. If you have not contacted me or submitted your paving related issues, then please do it soon, because we will start a punch list as soon as they wrap up when the contractor tells me they're done paving. So we'll go back and review their work and start a punch list. So if you have anything for me, go ahead and send me an email. My cards are up here if you need them after the meeting. Other than that, it's been pretty much business as usual. We're kind of wrapping up here with the outdoor work for fall. We are, there's a motion coming up next here for the final payment on the improvements that were approved, the improvements that were approved in 2024 for the road garages. Had a few small change orders there. We added a garage door to the lean-to that was not part of the original project, and then in a separate section of the building, they went to hang the garage door, and due to a prior roof leak, the support beam was missing, so we had to replace that. So, and this project was done in accordance with state cooperative purchasing, so bidding wasn't required because the state had already pre-bid all that work for us. With that, if I could have a motion to approve the final payment to Boak & Sons for the road garage roof replacement and varying improvement projects with the following additions: additional door for $3,365 and door frame repair for $760 for a total amount of $37,075.
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Devers?
Yes.
Mr. Santos?
Yes.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes. Lieutenant Terrell?
For last month, just some monthly stats. We took 1,655 calls for services. Out of that, 200 of those were reports, 47 arrests. Our officers made 165 traffic stops during that time, and we also had 59 traffic accidents. We also have 3 motions.
Sure. So I can make a motion to accept the retirement notice from Sergeant Chris Collins as of October 31st, 2025, per email dated September 28th, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Santos?
Yes.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes.
Mrs. Devers?
Yes.
And number 2 will be a motion to accept the resignation letter from dispatcher Bailey Waterman, with her last day being October 11th, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes.
Mrs. Devers?
Yes.
Mr. Santos?
Yes.
Number 3, a motion to accept the resignation letter from dispatcher Gina Little, effective October 23rd, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Devers?
Yes.
Mr. Santos?
Yes.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes. Chief Shirts, what you got?
Our monthly report, call-wise for September was 389 incidents, 8 fires, 245 rescue and emergency medical service incidents, 12 hazardous conditions of no fire, 59 service calls, 45 good intent calls, and 19 false alarm false calls, for a total of 389. For the year, we're at 3,848 incidents, which is about 82 calls shy of where we were last year, so we're right in the ballpark of where we were last year, not too far off, so it's been pretty steady. I think that's all I have this month. So,
Question? Thank you. Who's Don? Zoning, Don, please.
Sure. I'd like to make a motion to declare the following properties a nuisance under Ohio Revised Code 50587. List of properties.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Santos?
Yes.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes.
Mrs. Devers?
Yes.
And second, I'd like to ask for a motion to declare the following vehicles a nuisance under Ohio Revised Code 505871. Removal of junk cars and vehicles within 14 days after notice served to the property owner. There'd be 4 vehicles on that list as well.
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Devers?
Yes.
Mr. Santos?
Yes.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes. All right, thank you.
I'll just interject. Quite a people over in Kimberly Acres, a few of them know, but the board earlier this year approved a nuisance resolution to tear down the house that was in deplorable condition at 5077 Birch Crest. We accomplished that. The house actually is right up by the wall for Route 11. And anyway, that's probably our second demo this year, probably our last demo this year. You'll probably have one in January of next year on North Reckitt, but that house is now, it's already improved to the neighborhood.
Yeah, I saw the pictures. Parks Department, Todd Schaefer.
First of all, again, this month, I'd like to thank the Austintown Junior Women's League again. Last month, they turned the park teal for Ovarian Cancer Month, and on the 1st of October, they took those ribbons down and turned the park pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So I'd like to thank those group of ladies for doing that 2 months in a row. This past weekend, Saturday, we had the NAMI walk out of the park. That's for mental illness awareness. And Sunday, we had the Pink Out celebration at the band shell. That was, of course, for breast cancer awareness. So the park was quite busy this weekend. The splash pad is closed, and with the public to know that on the 31st of this month, we will close Wedgewood Park for the winter. Some upcoming events this Saturday we will have Wild You. We'll be back out again with some nature classes, which is free to the public. It's up at the Pogany Pavilion. The times are 10, 12, and 2. And I guess the subject matter is one of my favorites, spiders. So I will not be attending any of those classes. On the 19th, Sunday the 19th, we'll have a Jeep and Classic Car show. That is put on by the Camel Cruelty and Humane Rescue. There'll be Chinese auction, 50-50, food trucks, music, vendors, and they'll also be having a goat milk soap making class during this. So if you want to make some soap out of goat milk, again, that's free to the public. And Sunday the 26th, there will be a disc golf clinic at the Pogany Pavilion. That's at 2 o'clock. That's open to the public if you want to learn how to play disc golf. Come out on Sunday the 26th. And lastly, I want to let the public know that our holiday market and craft show is Saturday and Sunday, November 1st and 2nd, from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., and that'll be at the Stacy Pavilion. And that's all I have for this month.
Thank you. Senior Center, Mr. Henshaw.
Okay. We have a couple upcoming events. Some of them are very interesting. Starting on October 20th, the Board of Health will be putting on an 8-week course on hypertension. And it'll be from 11:30 to 12:30 during the day. It'll last for 8 weeks. And there are still places available on it. I looked before I left the office today, and there's still a number of places, vacancies on that stuff. So if you have a hypertension problem, it might be something you want to go to and see if you can control it without any difficulty. The second one we have is on October 22nd from 2 to 3. We will have a presentation by Sojourner Truth on women in history. And I understand it's a very, very interesting lecture to go to. In fact, if you go anywhere else, you have to pay to get into it. We have it offered for nothing. So if you want to learn more about women in history, show up on October 22nd. We'll have our annual health fair on October 24th from 10 to 1 p.m. That's at the Senior Center. There'll be a lot of vendors there, there usually is, and it's well worth coming to. And the most interesting thing we have coming up is on October 29th, the thing called Car Fit. I don't know if anybody's familiar with it or not, but what it is they come in, you drive in your car, they will come sit with you in your car, teach you how to adjust your seats properly, your mirrors properly, and things like that, so you're a better, safer driver when you're driving. And it was something I would never think about, but I guess, it does have value. People just jump in their car and away they go. They don't bother to see how they really fit in their seat. I feel good while I sit there, but it might not be the most efficient or most safe way to be in your car. So that's coming up from 10 to 1 on October 29th. And that's about it.
Laura?
Okay, do you want, I have some stats, just like I normally do at the end of the month. So this is the end of September, where everything should be at about 75%, or 3/4 through the year. Expenses I'll go through first. So general funds at 33%. Road department's at 72%. Police department's at 68%. Fire's at 78%. Park is at 71%. Zoning is at 54%. Senior center's at 72%. Maintenance is at 78%. And communications is at 73%. So overall, everything looks to be right in line. A little bit higher in maintenance, a little bit higher in fire. Fire, it's just a matter of timing. We've had some big payments and they just need to make it through the year. So as we go on, that number will even out. As far as revenue, based on the budget, general funds at 97% in, which is really good. The real estate came in fairly well. It didn't come in obviously at 100%, or we would have a little bit more there as well. Road department's at 86%. Police are at 84%. Fire's at 107%. And some of that, I believe, is just the budget was a little bit low. That can be readjusted. Parks at 77%. Zoning is at 15%, but realize that zoning is funded through the general fund. They do get some fees and permits, but not enough to support the zoning department. Senior center's at 100%. Again, we budgeted a little low because we didn't want to spend everything we have, because we're looking at a levy at some time in the future when that has to renew. So they're doing well. Maintenance is at 72% on their revenue. I looked at that briefly, and the departments that fund maintenance are funding them. It just is coming down now to where the general fund has to support maintenance as well. That's part of the offshoot. And then communications is at 93% in revenue. So I don't know if we might have a few more that have to come in, or else we have to do the interdepartment funding. But all in all, everything is going according to budget, and you know, we need to stay lean. We need to conserve as much as we can so that we can keep running smoothly. And then I'm going to read off a list of repayment advances. These are advances that were done from the general fund to other funds, and now those funds are paying back to the general fund. So it was a temporary cash movement, so we're just moving them back to the general fund, gearing up for the end of the year, because all of those have to be paid back before December 31st. So I have $500,000 from police back to general. I have $50,000 from park back to general. $75,000 from lighting districts back to general. I have 2 sets of $15,000 from maintenance back to general. I have to repay them as they go out, so that's why there's 2 $15,000s. And then $300,000 from communications back to general. And again, that's just strictly cash movement. Like one pot borrowed from the general fund, now they're paying it back. And I think that's all I have.
So a motion to accept September report submitted to the board for review. And we'll go A through E. However, Mark, can you talk about $49,100 DNR landscape emergency replacement? I mean, I know a little bit more about it, but some people may not understand it.
Sure. So that is a sinkhole that occurred on Spring Meadow. We got a call during heavy rains when we had like 4 inches of rain in a couple hours that we had a sinkhole opening there. We sent our crew out to basically see if we could take care of it. We got down as far as our backhoe would go, and we reached the top of their pipe, which we found to be oblong and brittle. So we couldn't conduct a small scale repair, at which point I contacted the Ohio Public Works Commission and procured a grant in the neighborhood of $50,000 to assist with the repair. In the end, we ended up repairing it for just $60,000, so we're responsible, just a little less than $60,000, excuse me. So we are responsible for 10% of that repair, and the Ohio Public Works Commission is going to fund the remainder of the repair through a grant.
Sounds good.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Santo?
Yes.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes.
Mrs. Devers?
Yes. Pretty much A through E.
I just got there. Requisitions for the board approval. Fire department, $15,000. Phoenix Safety Outfitters, structural firefighting gloves and hoods, $12,500 will come from the BWC grant. Chief Schertzer, will you elaborate on this, please, a little bit for everyone?
Yeah, that's that FEET grant through Ohio Bureau of Workers' Compensation that I brought to you guys a few months ago that we were awarded. And this is just the rec that we need to put in to be able to make the purchase for the grant. We have to match it with the $2,500.
Sounds like we're all hitting a couple home runs here and there, aren't we? Nice, good job, thank you.
So moved.
Second.
Yes.
Mrs. Devers?
Yes.
Mr. Santo?
Yes.
And then number 2, motion to approve the transfer from the general 1,002, $2,362.50 to communication equipment 4901.
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Devers?
Yes.
Mr. Santo?
Yes.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes. New business?
If I may take this first one here, and I'm going to elaborate a little bit on it before I call the motion, if I may.
Sure.
All right, on September 15th, 2025, the board authorized me as the township administrator to sign a listing agreement with Century 21 Lakeside Realty Maureen Scouring for the sale of this parcel. In response to the township's listing, we received the following offers. $24,000 cash with an escalation clause to $38,500 with no contingencies. $32,000 cash with inspection-related contingencies. $38,000 cash, no contingencies. $38,500 with inspection contingencies. $40,200 cash, no contingencies. $55,000 cash, no contingencies. Additional offers were received after the published deadline. These offers were not considered. After meeting with Maureen Scouring, it is my recommendation that we follow her advice and accept the highest offer of $55,000, $15,000 over asking. If you have any questions regarding this transaction, I would recommend that you make a motion to enter executive session to discuss any further details of any offer. Our agent is here tonight with the full offers if needed. Otherwise, I would ask that you take the motion as it's written. Motion to approve the sale of parcel number 48-041-0-051-00-0 for $55,000 in excess of the auditor's appraised value and in accordance with the purchase agreement between Austintown Township and Century 21 Lakeside Realty, and to authorize Township Administrator to execute the related purchase agreement and all documents necessary to effectuate said transfer.
That was a mouthful.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Santo?
Yes.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes.
Mrs. Devers?
Yes.
B, motion to adopt the attached cybersecurity policy implemented by the state of Ohio, Ohio Revised Code 9.64, as the official policy of Austintown Township, and shall be in full force and effect upon its passage and adoption.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes.
Mrs. Devers?
Yes.
Mr. Santo?
Yes.
Lori, would you mind explaining this a little bit, Steve, please, before I make that motion?
Sure. That's, OPERS came in and did an audit. They do those every so often where they gather payroll, they gather the reports. And in doing that, they had noticed that one of the plans we had at OPERS wasn't descriptive of what we were currently doing. And it was just a matter of over time, the contracts had changed, things had changed, and we just hadn't updated OPERS. So that's what this is. This is an update.
No
to
cost.
date on- No cost.
So moved. Or can I get a motion?
Mrs. Devers?
Yes.
Mr. Santos?
Yes.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes. Motion to accept the OPERS fringe benefit pickup for police, communications, clerical, road, maintenance, senior center, and park employees.
Same thing,
Same thing.
yeah.
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Devers?
Yes.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes.
Mr. Santos?
Yes.
Mr. Dapolino?
Let me take this last one here. We have a preventative maintenance plan on our units at Westchester and this building. During the fall preventative maintenance inspection, it was discovered that 4 of our units on Westchester had holes in the heat exchangers. I explored the cost to repair versus the cost to replace. All 4 of those units utilized an old refrigerant. So on the air conditioning side, they wouldn't be able to be repaired. Therefore, I determined it to be most economically feasible to replace. I received 3 quotes after reaching out to multiple vendors. The lowest quote was from Galt in the amount of $39,408. This repair would be paid from the Westchester funds, since it's a building cost that serves the tenant spaces there,
Not tax-paying dollars.
not tax-paying dollars.
Make that- Go ahead.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Santos?
Yes.
Mrs. Devers?
Yes.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes. Ohio Liquor Control Division. So I'll make a motion of whether to request a hearing on notice to legislative authority for the transfers of ownership and location, TFOL, permit to RBC Incorporated, Grocery Outlet of Austintown, 6,000 Mahoning Avenue, Youngstown, Ohio, 44515, permit number 0774219. Permit classes C1, C2, and D6 from Tony Ray Martin at 403 West Main Street, Port Washington, Ohio, 43837, permit number 055878814-2. Darren?
No objection from zoning. I believe this is a Trex.
Lieutenant? Evan?
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Devers?
Yes.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes.
Mr. Santos?
Yes.
Remarks from the board. Trustee Devers?
First of all, I want to thank the Austintown Fire Department today for educating our children at Austintown Elementary School on fire safety. My grandson really enjoyed it and had to take a picture with his hat and everything. Can you explain to me what you do when you go to the school to do that for the children?
Yeah, we have, one of our guys kind of takes the lead, Nick Heitzer, Lieutenant Nick Heitzer right now. He goes into the schools with all of our people that are on duty today. They take the trucks down and they do a fire safety presentation with all the kids inside the school. And then they take them out and they show them the trucks, all the equipment on the trucks and about the trucks. And then they rotate through all the classes for today. They do it for 3 days at the elementary school this week. They'll be there today, tomorrow, and Wednesday.
Well, when he got off the bus today, that's the first time I've seen him excited. I got a picture with him smiling from ear to ear because he got to learn about fire safety in the fire truck today. So I just
Good.
want to make sure that we tell everyone that it's well appreciated.
Will do.
Austintown Fitch High School Drama Club is presenting Clue October 18th, and they have 2 shows, one at 2 and one at 6. They do an awesome job, and if you want something to do, go see them at the drama. Trick or treat, we've decided to keep that on the Friday, the actual day, October 31st, and it's from 5:30 to 7:30. A lot of people wanted us to change it, I think, because it was a Friday, but we thought best to keep it. Our board decided to keep it on Friday. I appreciate everybody wearing pink today. Robert sent us a text and asked, hey, we need to show that we wear pink, and everybody knows that that's breast awareness, cancer awareness, and we all tried to participate in that. We have our annual trunk or treat, October 25th at the Austintown Township Park. It's from 3 to 5, and I'm sure Robert will go over more of that. He has the papers on who's joining us.
I just crossed it off.
Okay, and I appreciate everybody coming and learning about Austintown. Thank you for being here.
Trustee Santos?
Reiterate what Marcus said. I mean, we started this 4 years ago now. It's been our fourth one. I mean, we ran based on the fact that there was a lot of things for the kids that were going away. We have no control over the businesses leaving and coming. But what we can do as a community is come together and create events like this. So definitely come out. It's good. I think last year we had what, 3,000? It's definitely buy a load of candy and only give them one. You know, unless you have all that, want to buy a bunch more candy. It's always a good event. It's always safe. It's unfortunate that trick-or-treating is a dying event. Nowadays, you probably see fewer and fewer homes participating. So having events like this is definitely good for the kids, and it's a safe environment for them. So it's something that we take pride in, and I appreciate the board and letting us continue another year, and hopefully years to come. I want to speak on the land sale, not just this one particular, but in the whole scheme of things. There's a lot of land that we've accumulated or acquired over the years, thanks to whether it's land bank or tax, whatever the case may be. And let's be frank, we're responsible for that land. Our road department's got to go out there, they got to maintain it, which means more duties for them to take care of, which means they get spread thin. So every year we get more land, that's more duties they got to do, which means they got to put off one or two other items that they're supposed to be taking care of. So we came together as a board with our Century 21. It was a long process to look at all the land, what is marketable, what could be sold, what could be possibly not necessarily given away, but knock on a next door neighbor and say, hey, we got this land between you and your neighbor. You want to split it, because after all, it's Austintown, land is far and few between. Who wouldn't want more land and the buffer between our homes? So by doing so, not only are we getting some of our money back from some of the buildings we tore down, which average, what there, 8, 20?
Well, last year, I think we were around 95,000.
So
Demo's about 10 grand.
10 grand each time. So just right now, gets our funds back. We can reallocate to something that's vital here within our township. And I know there's a few more, so get on there. If you guys don't know what property we have for sale, there's two realtors sitting in the back right there. So they would love to have a conversation with anybody.
There's 4.
Four? We're at 4? Oh, sorry, 4. So, yeah, that's it. So other than that, I mean, thank you guys for coming. We look forward to a great year. That's it.
I don't have much. Mr. Tulecki, I'll just recap what I told you earlier. I think it's of extreme importance that people should be informed. There's a lot of fake news on social media, in my opinion. Please come to our public forum, Candidates Night, on Wednesday at 6 p.m. at Fitch Auditorium. There you will have a chance to meet the candidates that are running for Township Trustee. There's 2 positions that are up for re-election. I think Ms. Nevers and Mr. Santos. And questions will be asked, and some are going to be some tough questions. I'm super excited. I can't wait to meet some of these candidates and hear what our incumbents have to say. It's at Fitch Auditorium, Wednesday night, 6 p.m. Our FOP president will be speaking on behalf of the police levy. So not only do we have our one and first public forum, this is kind of like a mini one of that. And you guys can be informed or ask questions in regards to our spending, our funding, how we've cut services, or how we've made some unfortunate cutbacks in our police department. So please come out, educate yourselves and others. Looking forward to seeing you there. Thank you. I'll make a motion to recess to executive session.
Second.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes.
Mr. Sanchez?
Yes.
Mrs. Peters?
Yes.